Hi Cancer, thank you for joining me. If you enjoy this video, please give me a like, share, comment, thumbs up, or a subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, so far the Seven of Cups, the Strength card, Six of Pentacles, Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. Okay, a quick overview. There could be conflict in love, conflict in choices in love, or decisions that need to be made, but these decisions will affect you long term. I see that you might be conflicted because there's a lot of questions and there's not enough answers this month, Cancer. So look, this could be regarding a relationship, it could be regarding things at work, maybe around marriage potential as well, those involved with someone they're wanting to get married to, or someone that is married. I'm feeling like you're needing strength in a situation this month, Cancer. Help is asked here, help is given, there's strength that's needed from you, and also long-term planning for career succession and growth. So let's get straight into it, starting off with the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups can be quite a scattered energy here. There is a lot of things up in the air that you're thinking about, Cancer. Now, whether you're choosing between different people, whether you're choosing someone to be in a relationship with for the long term, there is someone around you that you're wanting to hold on to, Cancer. Now, this person could be an earth sign. You do have Leo here. There's Taurus energy as well. So look, it could be any sign really, because there's an array of elements here. But I honestly think that there's unanswered questions about a relationship or about a job prospect. It's something you've been meaning to work towards, Cancer, something you've been trying to manifest here. And you're conflicted with choices, I see. It's scattered energy. You don't have choices, but you want to fight for something, Cancer. And I can see why you want to fight for it, because it's close to your heart. For some reason it resonates with you. Whether this is a job position, whether this is fighting for someone, you've got a fighting spirit, and there's a reason why. You need to look behind the psychology of it, Cancer. There's a reason why you're doing the things you're doing, because you're drawn to something. You're drawn to this passion. You're drawn to this person, and you keep thinking about them, and you want to summon the strength to persevere or to continue a relationship with them. Perhaps the Strength card can also indicate that strength is needed right now. You need to summon the strength. There's a prominent Leo around some of you. There could even be two different people that you're choosing between. Interesting that you have the Cups, the Swords, Earth energy here, and Fire here. So look, in particular, an Earth sign and a Fire sign is coming up most prominently. And this is where you could be making decisions regarding these two people here. The Strength card is about coming into your power, Cancer, and overcoming these obstacles. If you want something, if you want this person, you need to fight for them. You need to show them that you care. You need to show them that you're willing to do whatever it takes to be together. And you want to help this relationship. Maybe some of you don't want to give up on something really quickly. And it could even be in your career. Maybe you're thinking about changes in your career and you don't want to give up. And maybe it's time to ask for help with the Six of Pentacles here. Someone's asking for help, for assistance, for money. The scales indicate balance will be restored. So where there's been imbalance in a relationship or imbalance in a work situation, balance will be restored. I almost feel like some of you are getting help from someone very, very important, someone very wise, or someone very specialized in their field. So however this applies to you, if it's in the creative or the professional realm, it may be a recruiter, a business development manager. You may be consulting to help grow your business. It's something that you're wanting to do in the long-term future here with the Three of Wands. So this is also possible for some of you. For some, I feel like an Earth sign is going to be helpful or is going to want your help. So they're reaching out to you, and maybe this is where you're a little bit hesitant to help them, Cancer. Maybe you've had a bad history. Maybe they've caused you a bit of pain, deceit, regret. The Three of Swords can indicate, conflict, anxiety. Doesn't always necessarily have to be a third-party situation. Oftentimes the swords do, however, indicate that three lives are intertwined. But I'm inclined to think for those that have a third-party situation going on, or two different people they're trying to choose from, I feel like they're both stepping forward, and this is why you're wanting to fight for either one of them or both of them. So this is quite interesting that this has come up, Cancer. I think the ball is in your court here, and it's time for you to fight for this person or fight for this job maybe. And it could be a job. It could be something that you'll do in your long-term future. Career-wise, there could be a lot of questions up in the air around your career progression or purpose. And you're wanting balance, you're wanting absolution of some kind, to know that you're working your way up to a career, you're making a difference within the workplace, or that you have a promised position within the company as well. It could be that for some of you. I'm trying to read it generally, I suppose. But I feel like you might make changes. I mean, the Seven of Cups, changes that will affect your long-term future is what I'm seeing here. Decisions that will affect your long-term future. Cancer is the main theme for you this month. You do have the Hierophant here, so for some there's marriage in your future with a current partnership, or someone that's currently involved with you in some capacity here, romantic or otherwise. There could be a married person coming in for some of you, and maybe you're conflicted, possible affairs for some. But for others, you're really thinking about marriage. For those that aren't married, or even if you are married, the focal point is really marriage. I mean, the Hierophant is sitting here, and this is traditionally seen as the marriage card. Strength in a marriage, things being up in the air. Okay, you need to fight for something here, because you feel it, Cancer, and you know why you're fighting for it, because you deserve it, because you love this person, because you love this job and you don't want to leave it, even though you might find there's injustice or unfairness. So it's interesting this has come up for some of you. I think this could be applicable. I mean, the Hierophant is someone, for some that have been dealing with an earth sign, in particular a Taurus, this is coming through. They might be married, they might not, they might be talking about marriage. It's possible. I also feel like for some, there's someone stepping forward that is wanting the same thing as you and is also wanting to fight for something. I feel like the both of you hold the key to this relationship, or the key to this happiness. See, there's two keys involved here. So there's two parties involved here. So if you are choosing between two different people, one will definitely come forward. I think they both will, but there might be one in particular that will really shine, that you'll really see how much they want this, Cancer. For some that have been single, that have been unlucky in love, that have had a lot of, inconclusive relationships, there's been a lot of confusion, and you've given so much of yourself, Cancer, with your affection and your love and your attention, and you've worn your heart on your sleeve, and you've given a person or a previous relationship your all, and it's to no avail. Then I feel as though you're meeting someone in the near future, potentially in the month of December here, that's going to be in your future for quite some time. And I like this, because I like with the Hierophant, he brings stability, and this person can also evoke inner strength in you. So it could be a Taurus, actually. It could be a Leo. These two signs are coming up most prominently. But this person is coming into your future, and it's going to change things for you. There's a lot of change associated with this new person that's coming in. I also feel like work-wise, for those that have a presentation or something important that they need to show to a superior, maybe it's a creative pursuit, a creative element, because the Seven of Cups is quite whimsical. So if it is something creative, I feel like you're showing it to someone influential this month. It could be a superior, it could be a boss, it could be an agent of some kind, a financial institution if you're needing to fund a certain project. But I feel as though you're asking for money. Now, this money might not be necessarily received, because I do see you liaising with someone important here, but the possibility of the money coming in is, I guess, 50-50. For some, there will be finances, for others, not so much. Interesting, though, that you do have the 3, which has come up twice. So it could be 3 days or 3 weeks, or in the 3rd week of the month. This is also possible for some of you. This is significant. I find the number 3 around you this month. So maybe pay attention to that. You do have consecutive numbers, which is also very nice, Cancer. You have the 5, 6, 7, and 8. So things will be unfolding quite nicely here. Synchronicity, things that you'll be addressing. So this is good. This is things that are quite a flowing energy. So your voice will be heard. Your opinions will be heard. You'll make a change is what I'm seeing here. Now, the Three of Wands can indicate long-term travel, relocation, travel planning, planning a holiday or a trip overseas, possibly meeting someone overseas or someone that is further afield, someone that is away from you. For some, I feel like there could be a long-distance relationship that starts online. For those that are interested or pursuing someone, I feel like this person is at a distance though, so there could be vast lands that separate the two of you, and hence why you need to maintain a social media relationship or an online relationship until you decide if this person is someone you're wanting in your future here. So this is possible. So we'll explore the love facet of this reading first and then move into career, creative pursuits. So let's have a look. Okay. Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician card. Okay, a decision has to be made here, Cancer, regarding a relationship. I'm seeing that someone has possibly hurt you, Cancer. Someone has wounded you in some way here with the Five of Cups, and you keep looking back to this person. What's interesting here is that both the Knight and the Page point towards this sadness here. So I'm thinking you keep being drawn back to someone that's around you here. Now this person, something to do with the Three again. Now I'm not sure if this person was dating you and someone else at the same time, or was perhaps unavailable or in a relationship at the time that you met, yet you wanted to explore a certain connection further. This is also possible. The Three of Cups can point to deceit, disappointment, sadness, third-party situations, or things that have wounded or hurt you. So you know, you keep looking back to it, Cancer. You can't take your mind off it, is what I'm seeing here. So for those where this applies, I feel as though there's... Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be regarding a previous relationship. This sadness can be in the form of you've never appreciated or loved someone, or someone's never really appreciated or loved you in your lifetime as yet. And I feel like you keep dwelling on this month. And, you know, it could be a little bit nostalgic, but I think you're turning back to the past for some of you. In particular, those that have been dealing with an air sign. I mean, as I said, you do have a lot of elements here, but the cards that came up in here are definitely an Aries, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and a strong earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. So this is someone that you've placed a lot of focus on in the past, and you keep thinking about them, Cancer. So as I said, for some of you, it is the notion of fighting for it because you just can't turn back from it. And you're wanting to make big decisions around this relationship, but you're also wanting to reconcile with someone here. You're wanting to mend things. You want this openness and this reconciled energy with this person here. I also feel like communication is off in relationships this month, for some of you, not for all. For some, I feel like you're either rushing to say things that are coming out too quickly and not authentic, or saying things that you're not really sure that you actually mean, Cancer. So just have a look at that. You might catch yourself this month saying something you don't really mean, or saying something you don't necessarily agree with, but yet you're saying it to maybe please another or give reassurance to another. And you might find that internally this might not sit well with you when you're wondering why you've said those things or done those things. But I see that there might be a bit of miscommunication in love for you. Again, the scattered energy here. You know, the uncertainty with the Three of Swords. You're thinking about the future. So you might be fantasizing about the future with someone here. For others, there's an offer of love that's coming in. And if it is from a Aries or a earth sign, I do feel like it looks quite promising. And they're seeking your help. They'll either reach out to you or you'll reach out to them. I'm inclined to say that they might reach out to you because it's the Page of Pentacles that holds the offer, the Magician that holds his wand here. So it's quite interesting. I feel like for some of you, you might bump into someone that you've had a past with actually. Or you might meet someone through family or through an introduction, either through an earth sign for those that are single or through an Aries, within the family, within the community, the extended family or friends or social circle is what I'm seeing here. But I feel like you have someone that's really... could be a really good match for you potentially, but I think you keep looking back to the past is what I'm seeing here. I think you're a little bit distracted in love right now because you're too preoccupied with your thoughts, your perception of love, or someone from the past is what I'm seeing here in regards to love. For others, I feel like you will receive an offer and you'll be happy to take it. And I think, as I said, this person would be good for you. They have a lot of things on their table here, so I feel like the Magician is coming up, and this is a person that comes up really quickly. We don't really expect them to come up, but they do. They suddenly come up in our lives and maybe change things for us, change our feelings, change the way we think about things, about love in particular. And I feel like this person has a lot of characteristics, personalities, attributes, morals, beliefs, or traditions that would resonate with you in a really big way, Cancer. So all I'm going to say is keep your options open, because there's someone coming in with an offer, someone that idolizes you, and it's someone I think that's already in your social circle somehow. In your social circle or in your family or friends circle is what I'm seeing here. And Magician can indicate a new beginning or a new relationship for some of you, absolutely. One that will happen very, very quickly. Now, because it happens so quickly, it can lead to marriage, engagements, and commitment in a very, very swift way here with the Hierophant. So, and this could be someone that you meet fairly recently, and already you might find this month that you're talking about things for the long term, things in the future, planning a future as well. So this is possible for some of you. For some, I feel like you're relocating homes or moving homes with a spouse, a loved one, or a relationship partner as well. It's something you've been meaning to manifest. You will spend quite a bit of money here and move in, either get a pet or even fall pregnant here. There is an infant child present in the cards. So for some of you, there's a new child that's coming into your life here, especially those that have had some sort of sadness regarding children. If you've lost a child, whether during pregnancy or if you've lost a child, maybe they've been taken away from your life early. I feel like there might be something around this energy here for you this month in regards to love. But look, I will leave it at that and continue on with your career now. So let's have a look. Cancer, career. There is marriage and engagements on the cards for some of you, definitely. But let's move on to your career now, Cancer. Career and creative pursuits. Cancer, career and creative pursuits. This card wanted to come out. 2 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 9 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and the Moon card. Okay, career. Some of you are wanting to leave really, really quickly, wanting to leave a job, wanting to leave a project, just wanting to just move. There's some sort of swift movement that's around you. I see that you have choices in career is what I'm seeing with the 2 of Wands present. Some of you are reaching international heights or global heights, whether that means you're reaching an international fan base or clientele base, whether this means that you are working for a company that has many branches overseas. There's international affairs happening around the career front for a lot of you, Cancer. So that's very, very exciting. For some of you, it's a wish come true, whether it's a travel opportunity that might come up in work, whether it's an increase in salary or talking about your salary. Maybe there is travel, movement, and relocation with the Knight of Wands as well. So this can be possible for some of you that there's either A, travel opportunities around work, relocation opportunities as well. Because the 9 of Cups is here, so I feel like there's wish fulfillment happening around a job. For others, I feel like you might be taking time away to holiday or to find out which direction you're wanting to go in at work. The Moon card can indicate either A, a lot of creativity, creative pursuits are taking new heights, absolutely, but it could also indicate defensiveness, anxiety, uncertainty, emotional upheaval, because the Moon does dictate emotion. So I feel like you might find you're emotionally more invested with what's happening around work. Now, whether this is something more aligned with your passion, absolutely, it could be, or whether this is because there's things happening around the workplace that you seem to be involved in, and that's actually making you anxious, Cancer. What's interesting is that you have the 5 of Pentacles with the 7 of Pentacles. So there's something about money. Some of you are unhappy with the money you're receiving, and you're wanting to relocate jobs because of this, because the paycheck doesn't align with what you're passionate about, or isn't able to provide you with enough to save or to work on creative pursuits, or maybe to even change careers or undergo study, whatever it is that you're wanting extra funds for. But I see you looking at money here, examining your funds with the Seven of Pentacles. The Five can show that you're in a state of struggle. Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be you. It could be the company that you're working for as well is undergoing some sort of financial strain. Maybe they haven't been performing reaching their quotas or performing as a company in terms of profits, gross profits, profit margins, etc. So this could be coming up for some of you. For some, I feel like there's new jobs coming up, or in particular industries that are coming up, in particular the travel, tourism industry. Maybe it's guest services, international design, international finances as well, stockbroking. The Five of Pentacles can indicate rehabilitation, charity work, hospital work, the medical field, pharmaceutical, also finance as well. Working with animals here with the Moon card too, or working with people who are emotionally or psychologically impaired somehow. So that's coming up. A mixed bag here, really. As I said, there is scattered energy, so you're choosing. There's choices you're wanting to make. You're thinking about things quite seriously, Cancer. Now, if you have your own business, I feel like there might be a need to watch over your finances quite closely here. So some of you may be expanding because you've got the finances to do so, but others, it's important that you take a long, hard look at your finances, before you go ahead and make those changes, because a dream opportunity might present itself, but whether you're able to commit to it financially is a different story here, and I would hate to think that this would burden you somehow, not only mentally, psychologically, but also, impact on your finances and distort you in some way, throw you off a little bit. So make sure you're financially able to commit to this venture. There is an advertising opportunity with the Hierophant here for some of you, or someone that can help you expand or grow your business as well. It's someone that you might be consulting into the future, and it could be a Taurus, could also be a Leo. Remember, I did say you were asking for help with the Six of Pentacles. So it could be this earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or a fire sign that comes in and helps you in some way, helps you make decisions. Now, it could be a trusted friend, it could be a professional. This person is going to help you make decisions in career. There is the notion of the two towers here and the 2 wands. So for career, the number 2 could be significant. You also have the 18 with the Moon card here, which comes down to which becomes the 9. So 2 9s and 2 2s are significant. And you also have the 3 in the general reading, so 2, 3, and 9 could be very, very significant for you in career. The dates in 2, 3, 9 days. But I will leave it at that, Cancer. I hope this has been insightful. Thank you again so much for watching.